Yes, okay. Good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, the creator, YouTuber, host with the most, the unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York, alongside of misunderstood lonely nomad. And you are rocking with the 154th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and of course, Instagram on the side. Make sure you turn your notifications on the gram for me so you can see me in action. And sorry about the motorcycles out there. Um, I'm here and I want to get this episode out the way so I could put it out for Friday. So you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Um once again I do apologize for not recording on Wednesday. I was watching pa- a Padres and Mets game yesterday, and unfortunately, yeah, they lost. So but that's okay though, man. You know what I mean? They're like they're in the they're over 30, they're over 33 wins so far. So you know what I'm saying? So that's still good though. You know what I mean? Um anyway, man. So we got some anyway, so we got some transit stuff to talk about here. I'm gonna cut to the chase to the segment of the New York Mass Transit Files. As far as my mental health is okay so far. Physically, spiritually, mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm alright though. So um, I'll do mental health check in next time. So let's let's get to it right now though, man. Um, let me just cue up the sound effects real quick. All right. All right. In transit news, our first story. We have an incident involving a bus driver that got stabbed after an attacker ripped open doors between stops in Brooklyn. So here's what's happening here. A man stabbed an MTA bus driver in the stomach and slashed him above the eye in Brooklyn early Tuesday morning. Wait a second, man. The 39-year-old driver was operating a free shuttle bus for the out of service Q train in Prospect Lefferts Gardens around 12:24 a.m. when the knife-wielding attacker tried to force himself on board through the back of the transit vehicle in between stops, according to reps of the Transport Workers Union Local 100, which represents the largest share of MTA workers. We missed a tragedy by inches today. If that knife was a few inches higher, we wouldn't be talking about an injury. We'd be talking about a death, said JP Potterfield, TWU's Surface Vice President at a rally Tuesday. The stabber tried to get on the bus in the middle of the route, but the driver told him to board at an upcoming stop, which is when the criminal ripped open and broke the back doors, according to Potterfield. The driver and the attacker, who was also in his 30s, got into an argument which led to the suspect pulling out a blade and piercing him in his stomach while also cutting him through, no, excuse me, cutting him above the eye, an NYPD spokesperson said. According to a source with internal knowledge of the investigation, the driver had left his compartment door ajar after getting up to tell passengers to leave the bus because he couldn't move the vehicle while the back door was busted open for safety reasons. The attacker then spat at the driver on his way out, which provoked the MTA worker to get out of his seat, and the altercation escalated to the assailant stabbing him, the source said. The incident happened on Ocean and Flatbush Avenues in the central Brooklyn neighborhood, and the crook fled on foot and remains on the lam. Paramedics brought the driver to New York Presbyterian Methodist Hospital in Park Slope, where he is expected to survive his injuries. Potterfield and fellow union members said they were tired of the repeat attacks on transit workers and that they would be ready to take action if they are not protected. I'm just talking to some of the officers, and this is the consensus. If we don't get the protection that we need, then you are not going to get the service that you need. Potterfield warned during the rally with fellow union members and bus operators outside the hospital. As I stand here today, I am telling you, either we get the protection that we need or there will not be the service that Brooklyn needs. Union leaders and bus drivers have in recent months been calling on the MTA and police to keep transit employees safe following a series of attacks. Bus drivers are far more likely to be subject to harassment than their counterparts on the subways, and AM New York Metro analysts found last month. The former are more directly exposed to dissatisfied riders than train operators and conductors who are mostly shielded in a closed off cabin. Labor leaders, hold on a second. Labor leaders and their members have renewed calls for the Metropolitan Transportation Authority to install fully walled off cockpits for bus drivers, as is common in other transit systems. And unlike the half weight screens they currently use, while also pushing for more cops on board. MTA and the union have also been pushing state lawmakers in Albany to pass a bill that would upgrade violations against transit workers like spitting to a misdemeanor. But that proposed piece of legislation did not make it out of committee before the end of the legislature session last week. They want to electrify the fleet. That's great for every bus that has an electric battery running it. We want a bus operator's cockpit. We can't wait. We've been asking for this. It needs to happen. It needs to happen now, Potterfield said. One union rep blamed MTA leadership for the slow rollout of the full length barriers, saying the big wigs were not exposed to the same dangers at MTA's lower Manhattan headquarters. The people whose mandate it is to have those installed don't get punched in the face. Their lives are never in danger, said Alexander Kemp during the rally. If you go to Broadway, you have to go through 14 gates to shake somebody's hand. But to punch me in the face, all you gotta do is rip open a back door and tell me, hope you make it hope you make it home tonight. MTA officials said they share surveillance footage from the bus with NYPD to help with the investigation. End quote. We are working closely with investigators who are determining the facts of this incident. Violence against transit employees or riders is never acceptable, which is why we work so hard in Albany to pass a new assault protection bill, said MTA's chief safety officer Pat Warren in a statement. Ah, man. All right, let's read some comments here. Um, so this person says we must all be in favor of the drivers get needed protection. Management has always paid lip service to the safety of their employees. Um, and another person says, I'm sorry to mention that the attacks against bus operators and other transit workers has been a damn elusive shame. This makes me feel less compassionate to the passengers and ferry evaders. They get away with felony very often. It reeks my nerves to depression since I am a subway buff. Um okay. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything in other transit news that we need to talk about. Give me a second, folks. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Another story. According to AM New York. Um, so a rash of recent attacks on transit workers sparked condemnation from NTA officials and union leaders who pleaded with the public to help find several people accused of assaulting and robbing subway and bus staff. At least four, at least four metropolitan Transportation Authority employees have been at the receiving end of criminal abuse this month, including the conductor on a J train at Broad Street in Lower Manhattan, who was hit over the head with a bottle early Sunday morning, according to the NYPD. On May 5th, a BX 18 bus driver in the Bronx was beat up by a man and a woman on the sidewalk after the woman threw an unspecified liquid at her face. And on Wednesday, 14s reached into a conductor's cabin on an N train at Queens Plaza Station and shoved him before nabbing his keys and fleeing the station. Another train conductor on the D train at Norwood 205th Street Station in the Bronx was shoved to the ground by a guy on May 8th. This needs to stop. We have families. Everybody's just trying to get you from point A to point B. That's all we're trying to do, said Wilfredo Teneo, a 14-year-old bus operator. Wait, 14? Damn. During a rally with the Transport Workers Union Local 100 outside an Inwood Bus Depot Wednesday. Teneo recounted his own experience of a rider spitting in his face while he was driving on the same troubled BX 18 route in the Bronx almost a year ago last June. This is traumatizing. This is degrading. This is disgusting. It is just so much emotion. This is what we deal with, he said. It's not the first time, and especially with that BX 18, it's not the first time. There have been 23 assaults on NCA workers as of May 15th, up from 16 the same time last year, according to the NYPD. NTA chairperson and CEO Jenna Lieber also called for the public's help in identifying some of the attackers Wednesday afternoon. End quote. The NYPD asked us um, to call attention to the fact that there are recently two major attacks on our workers, he said. Help us find these criminals. Union leaders called for more better protected cockpits that seal the driver from floor to ceiling rather than the partially open varieties currently on buses that still have excuse me, that still leave the operators vulnerable to attackers. Similar designs are already in place, like London and the UK. Lieber said he was open to looking at new seating areas for the drivers. End quote. I'm prepared. Hang on a second here. Let me see who's in here. Shouts to Robbie. Um, How are you? And quote, I'm prepared to look at all that stuff. We're in the bus buying business, so we're gonna look at all kinds of models, he told reporters Wednesday afternoon. But the key point is our bus drivers shouldn't have to worry about being attacked. The transit big and TWU reps also pushed the state legislature in Albany to pass a bill by Queens State Senator Leroy Comrie that would upgrade crimes against transit workers like spitting to become a misdemeanor as opposed to a violation. And this individual said de Blasio cut funding on the transit police and MTA worker MTA workers are being attacked. When you defund the police, they defund you. As a fourth generation Manhattanite with police officers and firefighters in my family, I will tell you the God's honest truth. They won't admit it and won't want me to say it, but it's the truth. They are like the mafia, like it or not. If you mess with the NYPD, all they have to do is absolutely nothing. They will stand back and let the animals run the city. De Blasio messed with them over and over and over. This is why you do not vote for a man with mental health issues as mayor. He's his father committed suicide. I'm sorry, but I'm being brutally honest because he has mental health issues like father, like son. Again, I'm really sorry to bring it up, but now every New Yorker is in danger because of him. Okay. Hang on a minute here. I want to say something actually in regards to that actually. Um I want to say something actually. So this is um yeah, I want to say something. Let me just say this though. Um, I've been saying this time and time again. This is the reason why a lot of people feel like they're not safe anymore in trains and buses because of all these attacks. I mean, you even have slashings at random train stations, random subways, random buses. Like it's getting out of hand. And and once again, I'm actually glad that the bozo is actually out of here because he really messed up. He really messed up everything, though, man. To be honest with you, even if he's from Brooklyn, like Uncle Ralph Daniels and stuff, man, he really messed. He really fucked up everything. And and as I was just reading this person's comment, I have to agree. I'm like, yo, this has to stop, man. And in order for people to feel safe, I mean, you're gonna have to get some transit cops to be on the buses and subway trains because at this point, the longer the longer this shit keeps going, the harder um it's going to be. So they need to do something. They need to really do something, man. So if I hear any updates in regards to all this, then I'll add that story to the new segment of Remains to Be Seen. So there you go, right there. Um, all right. Now that I got that out the way, let's see what else can we talk about here. Um, what else can we talk about here? All right, we're gonna get into we're gonna get into another segment that I like to call. Hold on a second, before I forget. Yes, um, yes, it's called chatting on the jazz. By the way, folks. Yes, um, our main story has to do. Hang on a second. Yes, our main story has to do with a baby who got struck by a Staten Island car. Um, all right, so here's what's happening. A toddler girl was fatally struck by a car Thursday morning while crossing a Staten Island street with her mom, whose blood curdling screams were captured in a heart-wrenching video. The child, identified as 20-month-old Leon Mashney, and her mom were crossing at the corner of Scarborough Avenue and Abbott Street in Rosebank around 7 a.m. when they were hit by a white Jeep, police said. Video obtained by the Post shows the SUV suddenly turning a corner and careening into the mom and daughter as they crossed the street. Ah, man. The two were violently knocked to the ground, the footage shows. The mother is shown screaming in agony as the driver stops and comes to her aid. Moments before others hear her cries and run over to help. The baby was taken to Staten Island University Hospital North, where she was initially listed in critical condition, but later succumbed to her injuries, cops said. The 31-year-old mother was also hospitalized in stable condition with injuries to her legs. The Jeep driver, a woman in her 40s, stayed at the scene. No arrests were immediately made, and cops said the investigation is ongoing. The horrific incident comes weeks after 69-year-old Patrick Onvario was fatally struck by an MTA bus at the intersection of Forest Hill Road and Platinum Avenue. Whoa, Platinum Avenue, a block away from the Yukon bus depot in Staten Island, cops said. Earlier this month, Florence, age 49, was fatally struck by an out of control stolen truck and pinned between parked cars right in front of her daughter at 167th Street and 120th Avenue in South Jamaica, Queens. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Um, all right. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. All right. We're going to go to our next story. And this one is a serious one. Hold on a minute here. This is a serious one right here, man. And this is pertaining to um okay. Of course, many of you probably heard what went down with Jam Master Jay, and 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 here's what's going on here. So, federal prosecutors, according to the Vibe website, federal prosecutors are accusing the two men implicated in the 2002 murder of legendary Run DMC member DJ Jam Master Jay with attempting to intimidate witnesses. The prosecution recently levied those allegations following the defendants' claim that they'll be unable to defend themselves due to being charged decades after Jam Master Jay's murder. The government is aware of at least four separate witnesses that the defendants have endeavored to identify and silence through threats and coercion, the prosecution told a federal judge. The prosecution also countered one defendant called Jordan Jr.'s prior motion, arguing that hauling him into court after so much time had passed would hinder his ability to defend himself, citing unavailable cell phone records and the absence of witnesses able to substantiate his claims. The government may properly delay an indictment for legitimate considerations, including the need to gather and review evidence in a complex investigation, prosecutors wrote. And quote, that is what occurred here. And the interval between the offense and the indictment was necessary for the government to prove the charged crimes beyond a reasonable doubt. Jam Master Jay, born Jason Mizell, was shot and killed in his studio in Hollis, Queens on October 30th, 2002. After years of the case remaining unsolved in 2020, federal prosecutors charged Jordan and Roland Washington with the murder, during which they believe Jordan fired the shot that ultimately killed Mizell at close range. According to the prosecution, Jordan and Washington became arranged um, after Mizell backed out of a drug deal in which he had arranged to purchase 10 kilos of cocaine to be distributed in Maryland by the defendants and others. This is believed to have given the pair the motive to carry out Mizell's murder, according to the government. The Jam Master Jay murder trial is scheduled for next year of February 2023. I if I hear anything what's going on in that particular story, I will bring it to you on the segment of Remains to Be Seen. Is the segment where I actually update you on particular stories that I just previously talked about. So here we go. Um all right, so um up next, up next, um up next, we have a story. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Um, hang on one second here. Um, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Um, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Um, yeah, we gotta start. So, okay. Okay, New York Senate passed a bill preventing um rap lyrics as evidence. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get to this story right here. Um so according to Complex, New York State's um Senate passed a bill that would limit how song lyrics can be used as evidence, court Pitchfork reports. Senate Bill S 7527, also known as rap lyrics on trial, will not ban song lyrics from being used as evidence altogether. But according to the outlet, the lyrics will now have to be proved to be literal rather than figurative or fictional. Supported by artists like Jay Z, Meek Mill, Killer Mike, Fat Joe, and more, the bill will be the first of its kind in the nation. In January, Hove's lawyer Alex Spiro sent a letter to state lawmakers urging the bill to be passed. End quote. This is an issue that's important to Jay Z and all the other artists that have come together to try to bring about this change, Spiro said. This is a long time coming. Mr. Carter is from New York, and if he can lend his hand and his weight, that's what he wants to do. This sentiment is shared by many other artists who have suffered from having their rap lyrics weaponized as well. Mac Phillips, a no limit rapper who was convicted of manslaughter in 2001 after prosecutors heavily cited his lyrics, shared a statement Tuesday giving his thoughts about the bill being passed. Um, criminal cases should be tried on factual evidence, not the creative expression of an artist. But unfortunately, hip hop has been held to a very different standard in the criminal justice system within the last 3 decades. Phipps said. The passage of the New York bill gives me hope that such situations like the one that I face will be prevented from happening to other artists in the future. Before the bill can be enacted into law, it must still pass the Senate Assembly. The passing of Bill S 7527 comes amid the RICO case against Young Thug, Gunna, and several other members of YSL, in which prosecutors relied heavily on song lyrics for their indictment. Well, that's a good thing right there. Um, yeah. How about we make some noise for that one right here? Um, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna make some noise right about now. And of course, a little bit of an applause. All right. All right. Speaking of which, um, okay. Speaking of which, can we talk about this whole fucking wait a second. Can we talk about the ridiculous expensive sneakers? Hold on a minute here. Hold on 1 minute here. Because I remember seeing this. Hold on. Um yes. Yes, let's talk about these pricey kicks of these Balenciagas, which is so fucking ridiculously ugly right here, man. And this is according to this website, the South China Morning Post. Okay. So rubbish bin Balenciaga trainers that cost um 1,000, not gonna believe this, $1,850 slammed by Chinese consumers who question the value of luxury brands. These shoes are designed to look dirty and roughed up to draw attention to fashion's role in environmental de- de- degradation. Chinese consumers said they were either too ugly to make an impact or were an example of tone deafness. Luxury fashion brand Balenciaga was panned by Chinese consumers after it launched a 12,000 yuan, which is $1,850 trainers line that looks like they have been fished out from the rubbish dump to promote environmental protection. Okay, that's kind of ugly, man. That's an ugly way to actually promote your shit, man. That's ridiculous. Ain't nobody gonna buy this bullshit. Nobody's gonna buy that shit. I'm not gonna buy that shit because this shit is so fucking ugly. For these pricey kicks, come on, son. I gotta do better than that shit, man. Seriously. If y'all hold on. Let me say this, man. If you fucking idiots wanted to do something to raise awareness on the environment or whatever case scenario may be as far as environmental protection and shit like that, you wouldn't create no shit like this, man. This is even worse than the fucking Yeezy sneakers. That's another pricey sneaker that's so fucking ugly that I would never purchase, man. So funny. I can't I can't imagine anybody that I know would purchase Balenciaga ugly ass pricey kicks. Okay. Don't do it. Because that's gonna be looking like you actually went into a dumpster to be wearing those shits anyway, man. So I'm sorry, man. This shit's so laughable to me, man. I'm sorry, man. Yo, oh man. All right. So Balenciaga announced on April 9th that only 100 pairs of these limited edition trainers would be available for its new campaign promotion. Yeah, right. There was a separate release of trainers that look a bit less beaten up in March and cost between $495 to $625 motherfucking dollars. The shoes went viral on Weibo this week and were widely criticized as being too ugly to be an effective awareness tool, but more as an example of tone deafness from wealthy people. Yeah, I have to agree, man. This is the stupidest, ugliest idea that I ever heard in my life. I can find a pair of these shoes in the bin for free, one person wrote. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. This is listen, man. Yeah. So I wouldn't even think about buying those shits anyway, man. I wouldn't even think about buying those shits though. Um, so let's see. What else can we talk about here, man? Okay, Domino. One of the rappers that I may be familiar with. I forget the songs that he had over the years, but yeah, we're gonna get to it right now though, man. Let's see. Um, all right, so this is according to Southeast Merchant. Um, Melodic hip hop pioneer Domino releases new music honoring the genre's departed. Okay, so Domino resurfaces with his musical memorial to hip hop giants who died too soon in his new single For You. Decades after bursting onto the hip hop scene and then a long hiatus from the industry, West Coast rapper. I didn't even know he was from the West Coast. Um, Decades after bursting onto the hip hop scene and then a long hiatus from the industry, West Coast rapper Domino is dusting off his lauded lyric writing skills and smooth as God diva. Chocolate chocolate words. wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chocolate vocals. Oh man. Yeah, chocolate vocals with a new single for you. Okay. His latest single pays homage to rappers the world lost too soon. Some long ago, like Easy E, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Nate Dogg, Jay Dilla, to even some of the most recent passings, including DMX, Shock G from Digital Underground, Biz Markie, Nipsey Hussle, and Young Dolph. While Domino was in the prime of his career in the mid 90s, he had an intimate view at how the depths of some of the 80s and 90s greatest hip hop icons shook the industry. Nearly 3 decades later, Domino has also been hit hard by the recent deaths of a slew of talented and beloved rappers. It was this latest wave of industry losses and the actions of Congress recognizing hip hop culture by designating August 11th as National Hip Hop Celebration Day, which, by the way, is going to turn 49 this year. That inspired Domino to action. If America's politicians could recognize the importance of hip hop, then hip hop culture needs to do more to celebrate itself and its artists too. Compelled by his desire to honor hip hop and some of its most important voices, Domino wrote For You, an emotional and artfully suave hip hop tribute that bridges the past, the present, and by unselfishly memorializing artists from every coast who died too soon, but still influence music today. For those who appreciate Domino's signature melodic style, For You is a welcome new release and addition to the hip hop sensations impressive song catalog. The melodic brand of hip hop featured in For You is a style Domino um, pioneered in the 90s, earning him recognition as the first solo artist to debut as both a producer and artist, co-produced with DJ Battlecat. His style was a hit with listeners everywhere, skyrocketing him three number one spots simultaneously on the Billboard charts January 15th, 1994 for his smash hit single Ghetto Jam. The success of Ghetto Jam also landed Domino the distinction of becoming the first West Coast artist affiliated with Def Jam Records to reach number one on any chart. Sweet Potato Pie. Domino's second single um cemented the melodic hip hop style he pioneered with Ghetto Jam dubbed melodocious. Oh man. Oh man. Melodocious. Oh wow. Oh man. Into the genre as a fan and artist favorite. Thanks to Domino's influence and success, uh Def Jam's West Coast division ascended to new heights, leading to the signing and success of many other talents from the West Coast, including platinum artists like Warren G and Montel Jordan, and later newer artists like YG. His lyrics and melodies have also been featured in songs by hip hop platinum sensations Jay-Z and Notorious B.I.G. His pop his popularity extended far beyond the world of hip hop, and with Aerosmith Steven Tyler citing Domino as one of his favorite artists. His name has been featured on projects besides names such as Celine Dion and Pearl Jam, of course, NBA Superstars 3. Entertainment moguls like Jim Carrey, Alicia Silverstone, Halle Berry have also called on him to contribute to soundtracks connected to their blockbuster movie projects. A collaboration with NBA Hall of Fame Alonzo Mourning, requested by Sports Illustrated, would also demonstrate Domino's enduring and universal appeal. End quote. For You is my contribution to celebrating hip hop giants and talents that influence the genre and the world with their genius and passion, Domino said. If you don't have an appreciation for at least one name mentioned in this song, then it's safe to say that hip hop culture is not a solid part of your within. With the hip hop world losing so many influential artists over the past years, the time felt right to re enter the public space and lend my voice to honor those who inspired me um, and and generations of artists to come. For You is currently available on all major streaming platforms. All right. And For You is produced by Smith Musics and co-produced by Domino himself. So you can check out the single on every streaming platform that's on where you get your music. All right. There you go. All right. So, and speaking of music, Chris Brown. All right. So, R&B megastar Chris Brown is gearing up to release his 10th studio album, Breezy. It will mark his first proper album since 2019's Indigo, which debuted it at number one on the Billboard 200. Indigo includes Brown's Grammy-nominated hit single "No Guidance," featuring Drake. In 2020, Brown teamed up with rapper Young Thug for their joint mixtape "Slime and B." Uh, their project included the favorite single "Go Crazy." Um, okay, so we have which garnered more than 515 million streams on Spotify. As Brown gets ready to release Breezy, rated R&B breaks down everything we know so far about the project. Okay, so hang on a second. Hold on one second. Okay, so Brown's 10th album is titled Breezy, inspired by his nickname. Is there a release date for Chris Brown's new album? Yes, Breezy will release Friday, June 24th via Chris Brown Entertainment RCA Records. It's Brown's fourth album to release during the summer. He previously released Indigo June 2019, X September 2014, and Fortune July 2012. The rest of his discography was released during the fall and spring, which includes Fame. So what songs are on Chris Brown's new album? Breezy will include Brown's current bedroom jam, which is Warm Embrace. Uh, in January, Brown released an up tempo track titled Iffy. However, it's unclear if the song will be featured on the album at this point. Is there a track list for Breezy? Brown recently shared a track list for his upcoming album Breezy on Instagram. According to the post, Breezy will include 23 songs if he does not appear on the list. Here's the Breezy track list. So, number one, Wheels Fall Off. Number two, Cab. We got Pitch Black. Number three, number four, Possessive. Number five, Addicted. Number six, Call Me Every Day. Number seven, Closure, um her her ex. Number eight, Need You Right Here. Number nine, Sex and Memories. Number 10, number 11, Psychic. Number 12, Make Love. Number 13, Sleep at Night. 14, Passing Time. 15, Warm Embrace. 16, Forbidden. 17, Bad Then A. 18, Survive the Night. Number 19, Dream. 20, Slide. 21, Harder. 22, On Some New Shit. And 23, Luckiest Man. Okay, are there any features on Chris Brown's Breezy? In May, Brown teased the album features on his Instagram stories. He revealed that the following artists will appear on Breezy: Wizkid, Young Blue, Ella May, Her, Lil Wayne, Blast, Anderson .Paak, Jack Harlow, Fabio Foreign, Tory Lanez, and and SG. After sharing the series on Instagram stories, he posted a story with an eye emoji hinting that um there may be other unannounced features on Breezy. What songwriters and producers worked on Breezy? At this time, the following songwriters and producers are confirmed to have contributed to Breezy: A1 Bentley, Eric Bellinger, Vito, Ye Ali, Yanni, and others. Will there be Breezy merch for sale? Brown hasn't made announcements about merch yet, though it's a possibility. If he announces it, we'll make sure to make an update. Is Chris Brown going on tour in 2022? Brown announced that he and rapper Lil Baby will co-headline their One of Them Ones tour, which kicks off July 15th in Raleigh, North Carolina. Brown and Lil Baby will perform in 27 cities across North America. The one of them one's tour will conclude August 27th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Um Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. Okay, so let's get a look at the list of spots on here. So starting July 15th, Raylo, North Carolina. July 16th, Virginia Beach, Virginia. July 17th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. July 19th, Washington, D.C. July 22nd, New York City, New York. July 23rd, Boston, Massachusetts. July 26th, Newark, New Jersey. July 27th, Hartford, Connecticut. July 29th, Toronto, Ontario. July 30th, Detroit, Michigan. July 31st, Columbus, Ohio. August the 2nd, Cincinnati, Ohio. August 4th, Chicago, Illinois. August 5th, St. Louis, Missouri. August 6th, Indianapolis, Indiana. August 9th, Charlotte, North Carolina. August 10th, Atlanta, Georgia. August 12th, West Palm Beach, Florida. August 13th, Tampa, Florida. August 16th, Dallas, Texas. August 17th, Houston, Texas. August 19th, Albuquerque, New Mexico. August 20th, Phoenix, Arizona. August 21st, Irvine, California. August 23rd, Concord, California. August 26th, Los Angeles, California. And August 27th, Las Vegas, California. I didn't know there was a Las Vegas area in California other than the one in Nevada, which is crazy. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so what else can we talk about here in other music news? I forget. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. The other music news, in other music news, I don't want to forget Black Star. I don't want to forget Black Star. Now I wasn't even aware that they recently released an album already. So this is according to Pitchfork, which was released May. The album was released May 10th. I wasn't even aware of that actually. The long-awaited sequel to the duo's classic debut contains bursts of inspired lyricism, but a lack of chemistry and uninspired production make this a disappointing follow-up. So Black Star have always been preoccupied with the passage of time. Yasim Bey, aka Mos Def, and Talib Kweli's 1998 debut, Mos Def and Talib Kweli are Black Star tied references to Black popular culture across the eras. The 1997 drama East Bayou. DJ Clue mixtapes, Afrobeat pioneer Fela Cuddy's Black Man's Cry, and Toni Morrison novels to a then evolving consciousness within hip hop in general and the streets of Brooklyn in particular. Across the album, Bay and Kweli balance fierce intellect with a perceived sense of duty in their quest to protect hip hop culture from the Diddy less shiny suit era. There was an expansiveness to their rhymes and interplay, especially on songs like Astronomy, Eighth Light, and Thieves in the Night, where both rappers displayed an urgency to combat violence, ignorance, and commercialism with um, um, patois and essays. They weren't the first or the last to take up this mantle, and the progressive fervor in their lyrics was slightly muted when it came to gender. But Bay and Quali's youthful vigor cut the distance between a corner cipher and an issue of the defunct Brooklyn newspaper, The City Sun. 24 years after releasing this debut, Bay and Kweli are now internationally recognized icons of rap activism and entertainment. Bay pursued film and television projects and released 4 solo albums before threatening retirement in 2016, while Kweli attempted to find his footing between the underground and mainstream, eventually founding his own label. Both men have faced their share of controversy, child support lawsuits for Bay, and harassment charges, sexual and otherwise, for Kweli. But through it all, the legacy of Black Star has persisted, and thanks to their long-awaited sophomore album, No Fear of Time lives on for a new generation. On paper, Black Star's return for fortuitous. The world is in a state of despair. Racism still runs rampant, and the Republican Party is attempting to dismantle decades worth of civil rights legislation. Theoretically, the people need Black Star now more than ever. Bay and Kweli work best when they spin righteous indignation into catharsis and beauty. The ire in Kweli's voice when he eviscerates Confederates and Nazis on So Be It, and the smirk in Bay's voice when he calls out Satan on Yonders, record the dizzying heights of their debut. It would be unfair to expect the nearly 50-year-old rappers to come with the same energy they had in their 20s, but in its best moments. No Fear flips this assumption inside out, facilitating a thoughtfulness that ripples and flows with the steady rhythm of high tide in the moonlight. Um, but while there are bursts of inspired music across the album, the duo's old school sensibilities cut the other way as well. Much has been made of their decision to forego releasing No Fear on traditional streaming platforms, but lines like Quali's, the OGs is in jail, Millennials is for sale, ring insincere, considering that the album lives exclusively on the podcast network that also happens to host the group's Midnight Miracle show with Dave Chappelle. For every clear thought, There are several that meander and flop just for their own sake, like the calendar based rhyme scheme that starts Quality's verse so be it, and Bay's verse on the main thing is to keep the main thing, which is so um as esoteric to the point of being nonsensical. The chemistry that made them both stars doesn't always translate on group songs either. Bay's voice used to be a lower but still spirited um, counterpart to Quality's mid-range tenure, but Bay often sounds bored and unfussed here. On Sweet Todd, Bay's flow drags and his words slur together like he's falling asleep in front of the mic. Frequency, a collaboration with Black Thought should be an earth shattering moment for rap heads, but the measured menace of Thought's bars, um, I don't relate to fools. They focus on the vision. They all going to hell and swear you going with them. Barrels through Bay and Quality's formless ideas with the barest possible effort. It's a shame considering that other groups like A Tribe Called Quest and Little Brother have used their recent reunion albums to both address the times and tighten their group dynamic. No Fear establishes a general disconnect between its two MCs who still rap com- competently, um, but seem to be on different wavelengths. Madlib all the beats for the album's nine songs, but even the Loop Diggers' contributions are a mixed bag. The energetic shuffle of So Be It, ornate loop of Sweetheart, and Sweet Todd, and the jazzy jam session vibe of Supreme Alchemy tease out some of Bay and Quality's best performances across the album, but several beats lack the texture and warmth we've come to associate with Mad Lib. Both OG and Yonders feel limp and lifeless. The ghostly wails and harsh drums of my favorite band, a solid beat in its own right, have already been used by two different artists in recent years when Madlib goes out of his way to deliver all original beats to rappers like Freddie Gibbs and the late MF Doom. A group of Black Star stature having to settle for leftovers on their comeback record is telling. No Fear ends with several quotes from the late musician and critic Greg Tate, who muses on rap's in relationship to time. End quote. One of the things we know about MCs is, man, they must have phenomenal memories. As Black Star, Yasin Bey, and Talib Kweli built careers off of decoding the past and raising hope for the future. However, there are a few moments across No Fear that feel immediate, timely, or necessary, and their sense of urgency has dulled. For all type, for all the hype, fans deserve something better than just good enough. There you go, right there. So there you go, right there. All right. Um, all right. So what else can we talk about here? If I'm not mistaken. Um, all right. Speaking of Black Thought, let's get to him. Um, Hold on. Let me see how much time we got here. All right, we good. We good. All right. So, all right. Black Thought was honored with a colorful mural in his Kensington hometown on Thursday, June 2nd, that will forever be embedded on the side of the Clay Studio at 100, excuse me, 1425 North American Street, a nonprofit art gallery that showcases local art. Crafted by Roberto Lugo, the talented Mr. Trotter, You Can Be Anything features Black Thought's face in the center of a vase as vibrant multicolored plants flourished around him. The project was handled alongside the Mural Arts Education Program, Aldi, Ken, Kensington Neighbors Association, and South Kensington community partners. End quote. This is huge for me. Black Thought told local outlet, the Philly Voice, to go from scaling buildings to let a little bit of rep and tag my name somewhere that may never be seen to having my face plastered on the side of this four-story building. Um, yeah, that's interesting right there. Um, hang on one second. Yeah. Um, yeah, one-story building. I'm sorry. Yeah, one-story building. Hold on. Okay, it's pretty amazing. That's the stuff of legends. This rewards overshadows every recognition that I've ever received. So this is the Clay Studio PH. I think you okay, yeah. This is from last week actually. And they have an Instagram, the Clay Studio PH PHL. So you can follow them on there so you can check out the art on there. So all right, so ironically enough, the Roots co-founder was arrested at 12 years old for tagging local buildings with graffiti and in turn was sentenced to long hours of scrub time. This meant he had to go around and remove graffiti from local buildings as part of a Philadelphia anti-graffiti network, which had been established in the 1980s alongside the mural arts project to help swap out junky graffiti for more detailed pieces of art. Black Thought now sits on the board of the Mural Arts Project. The beauty of it all was that I began to work with the Anti Graffiti Network in Philly, and that's when I first connected the Mural Arts Executive Director, Jane Golden. The rap legend told the outlet. End quote. Every time I get to work with Jane, it represents a full circle moment for me. I didn't know Black Thought when we were doing the Anti Graffiti Network. Golden told the Philly Voice. I mean, I had a vague idea that he was with us, but we worked with so many thousands of young people. Then when we unveiled the Roots mural in South Philadelphia, he looked at me and said, "We know each other." Black Thought recently showed that his talents on the mic have not worn with age. He held his annual Roots Picnic Festival this past weekend, and during his performance, brought out Benny the Butcher and Rick Ross, while the duo performed a slew of hits from their respective catalogs. Black Thought decided instead to just freestyle over some of their biggest songs. Black Thought flipping ridiculous ATL flows and cadences over Ross hustling, while Rick stands there in awe, um, with jaw on the floor, and his new teeth almost jumped out his face. One festival attendee tweeted, "Tariq is half a century old and still a savage." Yep. Yep. Congratulations to Black Thought. Okay, up next is Logic. All right. This is from Hip Hop DX. Logic has recruited a heavyweight supporting cast for his upcoming album Vinyl Days. Ahead of its release of June 17th, the Maryland rapper unveiled the project's hefty 30-song track list on Monday, June 6th, revealing collaborations with the likes of The Game, RZA, DJ Premier, Royce the 5'9", Action Bronson, Currency, Russ, Blue, and AZ. There's also a guest appearance from Wiz Khalifa, who will hit the road with Logic on the Vinyl Summer Tour, which journeys across the U.S. between July 27th and September the 2nd. Okay, so these are the track listings. So starting with number one. Um, okay, so number one, Danger. Two, Tetris. Three, In My Lifetime featuring Action Bronson. Four, Decades. Five, J.J. Abrams. Six, Black White Boy. Seven, Quasi. Eight, Bleed It. Nine, LaDonda. 10, Aaron Judge. 11, um, Clouds featuring Langston, Bristow, and Currency. Number 12, Michael Rap. Um, Number 13, Therapy Music featuring Russ. Number 14, Tony Revolori. 15, Rogue One. 16, Breath Control featuring Wiz Khalifa. 17, Nems. 18, Nerd War featuring Doc D. 19, Kickstyle featuring I Am Mars, Big Lambo, and C. Castro. 20, Early Bird. 21, 10 Years featuring Royce the 5'9". 22, Porter One featuring RZA. 23, Needle Drop. 24, Introducing Nezzy featuring Nezzy Momodu. 25, Orville featuring what is it? Featuring White, Blue, and Exile. Number 26, Carnival featuring AZ. Number 27, Leanest Insight. 28, Vinyl Days featuring DJ Premier. 29, I Guess I Love It featuring The Game. And 30, lastly, um, Sayonara. Okay. Logic has served up 6 singles from Vinyl Days so far, including Decades, Tetris, Therapy, Music featuring Rust, Vinyl Days with DJ Premier, The Like, Blue, and Exile Assisted, Orville, and most recently Bleeded. He's also shared a snippet of the aptly titled Breath Control. The album's cover art is a grainy photo of the rapper's 1 year old son, Bobby, perched on a chair in his home studio surrounded by classic LPs, posters, instruments, production equipment, and retro music and movie memorabilia. Um, Logic announced he had begun work on Vinyl Days back in January, revealing he was recording his vocals on Jay-Z's old mic that his mentor No ID, who has produced many a Hove classic, gave to him. Um, Vinyl Days will serve as Logic's final release on Def Jam after almost a decade on the storied rap label. In April, the 32-year-old lyricist put the company on blast for fucking up the release of Decades and Tetris, which he wanted to drop as a 2-song EP. Def Jam, why are you fucking up my releases, man? He said in an Instagram video. What the fuck is going on, man? I told Def Jam that wanted to release my shit as a 2-pack, and I just found out that they are releasing it as 2 singles at the same time. What kind of shit is that? On top of that, they telling me, "Oh, don't drop your music video early, because if you do, you might upset our partners who feel like YouTube's getting an exclusive." I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I care about my fans, man. I care about hip hop. I care about music. He added, "Def Jam, do not fuck up my release. Vinyl Days is coming out in June. I'm so excited. I love y'all, but they fucking up my shit." Everybody in that building who is really there for me, I love you. Everybody else can eat a dick. Oh shit. Logic seventh studio seventh studio album, Vinyl Days, follows up 2020's No Pressure, which was billed as his final album. The project debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 at the tallying 221,000 album equivalent units in its first week. Unlike Vinyl Days, No Pressure featured no guest rappers, although it did boost production from No ID, FNZ 6, and Toro Y Moy, among others. Just over a year later, Logic came out of retirement to release the Bobby Tarantino 3 mixtape in July 2021. The visionary music group boss is also readying a joint album with legendary producer Madlib, which will spawn multiple songs so far. All right. Let me see how much time we got here. I actually said this so many times, man, that that there are also downsides to being under a record label. You know what I'm saying? Um, Based on what Logic was going through, I feel him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he cares about hip hop, and he cares about the fans too. So why in the hell would you actually try to hold up people's music as far as their release and stuff? Like, to me, that shit makes no sense, man. And I actually agree with Logic, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully good luck on the release. Hopefully there's no hold up, and hopefully some people out there will be able to check your music out. So I might check it out. So who knows? So there you have it right there, man. What else can we talk about here? I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I already talked about. What else can we talk about? Oh yeah. What is it? What is it? What is it? Shit. What is it? I forgot. Um, Hold on a minute. Hold on. Um, okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we need to talk about the Migos situation and the rumors in the air about the breakup. Yeah, we need to talk about that. Um, we need to talk about that shit. Um, okay. All right, the Migos it is. So let's get to it. Um, yes. Here we go. All right. This is according to hypebeast.com. And here's what's happening here. Okay, Twitter account Kirko recently spotted a change on Instagram that sent Migos fans in a frenzy. The user noticed that Offset unfollowed the other 2 members, Quavo and Takeoff, while Cardi B also unfollowed the pair. While the group's reps have not confirmed anything, millennials have taken it as a sign of a breakup, naturally sparkling rumors that Migos is disbanding. News arrives on the same day Takeoff and Quavo announced that they will be dropping new music under a new music duo name called Unc and Few, a nod to their familial ties. The new song is featured is titled Hotel Lobby and slated to already arrived on May 20th. Fans have now speculated that Migos has split up and that the launch of Unc and Few is different from their individual solo album releases. In a 2018 interview with Double XL, Offset spoke about their solo releases. This shit is just showcase. We just wanted to show the world that it can be done and you still be home team. The group is for all the shit. Fans have taken to Twitter to react at the potential news of the breakup, with one stating Migos breaking up would be worse than the Beatles. I don't know why would you compare that to the Beatles, man. You can't compare that shit, man. You cannot compare that shit, man. You cannot compare that shit, man. Nah, you can't compare that. As of writing, the news has not been confirmed, and the breakup is currently just a rumor in the air. So yeah, so it's just a rumor in the air, folks. So you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, and let's see what else can we talk about here. All right. So there's other thing. So there's James um Cromwell. Oh gosh. We gotta talk about this idiot right here. James Cromwell. Okay. So this idiot decides to, you're not gonna believe this shit though, man. So after James Cromwell went to great lengths while joining Peter's protest against Starbucks on Tuesday, in a video shared by the animal rights organization, the Secession star, age 82, superglued his hand to a counter in a New York City Starbucks to protest the coffee chain's senseless upcharge for vegan milk. There's no reason for it except greed, Cromwell says in part in a video shared by Peter on Facebook, later reading a letter and asking, will you stop charging more for vegan milk? When will you stop raking in huge profits while customers, animals, and the environment suffer? When will you stop penalizing people for their ethnicities and morals? The senseless upcharge hurt animals. After his message, Cromwell and other protesters began to chant, "Save the planet, save the cows, and the vegan upcharge now." Oh my gosh. A woman who appears to be the store's manager approaches the babe actor and seems to ask him to stand up. No, Cromwell, who has been involved in numerous Peter protests in recent years, is heard saying, "I'm glued to your counter, so I can't get up." After additional chanting, police walk in and addresses the protesters. The police have arrived and asked us to leave. We let them know that James and John are glued down. A female activist tells the camera, motioning to the actor, and another man whose hand is also super glued to the counter. They feel that Starbucks needs to take this seriously for the sake of the planet, for the sake of the cows, who are forcibly impregnated over and over and have their babies ripped away from them their entire lives. She adds that that police had gone outside and were trying to figure out what steps to take with Cromwell and John. We're happy to stay all day if we need to. The woman says it's time for Starbucks to get the message. The police um, re-enter the cafe before Cromwell is seen using a tool to separate his hand from the counter. He successfully gets his hand off before helping John remove his hand. Starbucks ultimately closed down the store. One protester says while outside. Oh my gosh. Cromwell and John are met with cheers as they walk out of the store. A protester then shares that the pair only removed their hands so they would not be arrested. My friends at Peter and I are calling on Starbucks to stop punishing kind and environmentally conscious customers for choosing plant milks, said Cromwell in a release shared with People. We all have a stake in the life and death matter of the climate catastrophe, and Starbucks should do its part by ending its vegan upcharge. It is not clear if the actor or his fellow protesters will face any changes. We respect our customers' rights to respectfully voice their opinions, so long as it does not disrupt our store operations. A Starbucks person tells People in a statement. Let me tell you something, folks. You let me tell you something. You glue yourself to a counter for something that is like what so okay. It's one thing to raise awareness of what's going on in the environment and animals and all the other stuff, but to super glue yourself to a fucking counter of a Starbucks organization over an upcharge and all the other shit, it's just plain stupid. It is the stupidest idea. It is the stupidest idea that I ever seen in my life. You crazy glued your ass to the counter. just to just to make a fucking book, just to make a fucking point. Yo, seriously, man. Like, what the hell were they thinking, man? That's what I want to know, man. Seriously. What the hell were they thinking, man? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, man. But anyway, man, so that's probably going to be it for topics. Um, I got a couple of places that I am going to be mentioning for this weekend. Starting with hold on a second, man. Starting with the biggest shit first though. Let me just start with the major stuff, man. Starting with the 2022 Summer Jam, Hot 97 Summer Jam. All right. So, all right. Let me see. Let me just all right, if there's any information. Okay, so this is okay, so of course this is your chance for you to get your tickets at Ticketmaster, which is $97. Get your premium seats for just $97. Yes, $97 right here. Um and who's gonna be in the lineup, you ask? At MetLife Stadium. For starters, you got Fabio Foreign, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, City Girls, Pusha T, a tribute to DJ K Slay, who passed away recently. Rowdy Rich, Burner Boy, Benny the Butcher, um, Sincere, Dream Doll, Corday, Young Blue, NLE Chopper, Saucy Santana, Drewski, and Friends, B Love, JNR, Choi, 22 GZ, Lady London, Dougie B, Nardowick, Babyface Ray, and Girl Code. Of course, you could download the Hot 97 app and win Summer Jam tickets. Of course, hashtag Hot 97 Summer Jam. And you can go to their website, hot97.com/Summer Jam. All right. There you go, right there. Another major thing to do for the weekend is um the Mermaid Parade. Here we go. Okay, Coney Island, USA presents the 40th annual Mermaid Parade. All right, so check this out. Um, Coney Island, USA, COVID policy. Of course, Coney Island, USA is committed to ensuring everyone's safety. We will be following all New York State and federal protocols in regards to the coronavirus slamdemic. By registering to participate in the parade, you agree to follow the safety guidelines that will be in place come June 18th. We will be following and sharing them as we get closer. We reserve the right to ask any parade participant or spectator who does not follow protocol to leave the premises. The parade will start at West 21st Street and Surf Avenue. The parade will roll east to West 10th Street. At West 10th Street, the parade will turn south towards the boardwalk. Cars and motorized floats continue down Surf Avenue, passing West 10th Street and exit the parade. At the boardwalk, the marchers and push pulls floats will turn west and head towards West 17th Street. At Steeplechase Plaza, the parade will disband immediately after the last participant passes the review stand, approximately 4 p.m. at West 19th and Surf Avenue. Artistic director Adam Wren leads the King and Queen procession from the review stand at 19th and Surf Avenue through M- Mama Mamonade's Park um, parking lot to the beach for the official beach ceremony and opening of the ocean for the summer swimming session. Join us. Of course, you can check in slash registration for floats, antique cars, and marches is in the parking lot on Surf Avenue between 21st and 22nd Streets from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The lineup for floats and antique cars floats line up on Surf Avenue between 24th Street and 22nd Street. Antique cars line up on Surf Avenue between 21st Street and 21st and 22nd Streets, excuse me. Because West 21st Street is much narrower than our old staging area, West 10th Street, we would not be able to pull your truck or vehicle to unload materials for assembling your push pull cart or costume. But don't worry, excuse me, you will be able to assemble your cart in a secure location with vehicle access on Avenue between West 21st Street and West 22nd Street. You may then push your cart on to West 21st Street. Okay, about the Mermaid Parade, a completely original creation of Coney Island, the not-for-profit arts organization at 1208 Surf Avenue. The Mermaid Parade is the One Nation's largest art parade and one of New York City's greatest summer events. A celebration of ancient mythology and honky tonk rituals of the seaside. It showcases over 3,000 creative individuals from all over the five boroughs and beyond, opening the summer with incredible art, entrepreneurial spirit, and community pride. The parade highlights Coney Island pageant, pageantry based on a century of many Coney parades. celebrates the artistic vision of the masses and ensures that the summer season is a success by bringing hundreds of thousands of people to the amusement area in a single day. The Mermaid Parade specifically was founded in 1983 with three goals. It brings mythology to life for local residents who live on streets named Mermaid and Neptune. It creates self esteem in a district that is often disregarded as entertainment and lets artistic New Yorkers find self expression in public. Unlike most parades, this one has no ethnic, religious, or commercial aims. It's a major New York holiday invented by artists. An American version of the summer solstice celebration, it takes pride of place with West African water festivals and ancient Greek and Roman street theater. It features participants dressed in handmade costumes based on themes and categories set by us. This creates an artistic framework on which artists can improvise, resulting in the flourishing of, frivolity, dedication, pride, and personal vision that has become how New York celebrates summer. This program is supported in part by public funds from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council. You can also follow the Mermaid Parade on social media, which is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So there you go, right there. It's just a bunch of sponsors, all that other good stuff. So this is so the co-presenting sponsors. Let me just go through that. So Coney Island Brewery Company, um, Spectrum News New York One, Alliance for Coney Island, Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, Ruby's Bar and Grill, Coney Island Fun Guide, Deno's Wonder Wheel Amusement Park, and the Brooklyn Cyclones. Um, let's see. The New York Aquarium, Luna Park, Coney Island, NYC Health and Hospitals, Coney Island, Truly Hard Seltzer, the Fonseca Group, NYC Soft Ice Cream, Coney Island Sorcery, Cousins Made Maine Lobster, Prince Peacock, List Collections, Parker Watchman, the Maine Lobster, the White Unicorn, the Automix, Parlor Trick, Cheese Steaks with a Twist, Twisted Steaks, um, made by what is it? What is it? AO, NYC Magpies, Splash Blast, Real Food from the Ground Up, um, Abracadabra NYC, A Little Extra Protection, Never Hurt Nobody, Bubbles and Bowls, Empire Barbecue, Twisted Potato. Oh shit. Greek on the go. um the Partenary, Made with Love by Marge, not to be confused with Marge Sisson, folks. Um, Gypsy Wild, Mr. Gorgeous NYC. Oh wow. Aliens of Brooklyn, made in New York, artisanoprints.com, and Hemp a Mix. So there you go, right there, man. Um, all right, so we got more places that's coming up for this weekend. For everybody in New York that's looking for something fun to do, I got y'all. I already got y'all with the Hot 97 thing, and I already told y'all with the what is it? I already told y'all with the other thing, um with the Mermaid Parade. Wait a second. There's wait a second though. Wait a minute here. Oh, we have the Governor's Ball. We got the Governor's Ball Music Festival. Okay. So, from June 10th to the 12th, um, which is City Field, by the way, which is in Flushing, Queens. Friday, June 10th, includes Kid Cudi. Wait, hold, yeah. Kid Cudi, um, Lil Wayne, Jack Harlow, Lewis the Child, Black Pumas, Skepta, Quinn, XC, um, XC, what is it? XC the second, JP, JPEG Mafia, B Bad Doobie, Coil Ray, Channel Trays, The Knox, Samia, Blue, Deep Tiger, Ali and AJ, Paris, Texas, Julia Wolf, Between Friends, Ultra Q, Plastic Picnic. Saturday, June 11th, Halsey, Flume, Roddy Rich, Joji, Still Woozy, Nico, YG, Chelsea Cutler, Tove Low, Denzel Curry, Diesel. Oh yeah, Shaq Diesel. Gotcha. Um, Gus Dapperton, Benet, Peachtree Rascals. Oh man, okay. Tom Adele, Valley, Almost Monday. Oh man, okay. DEHD, Octavio the Dweeb, Millington, and Sunday, June the 12th, J. Cole, Playboy Cardi, Glass Animals, K. Tronada, um, Claro, Becky G, Jasmine Sullivan, 100 Jex, Japanese Breakfast, Jid, um, Coin, Saucer, no, excuse me, Coin Sakamami, Surf Curse, Duckworth, Delwater Gap, Jax, Ken Carson, D Wayne, The Broomies, and K.N. Cruz. You can go to the hold on. Of course, you can go to their website right here, which is governorsballmusic.com for tickets. Yeah, for tickets and stuff. When you go to the website where it says Governors Ball Music Festival.com, you're gonna see lineup, you're gonna see tickets, you're gonna see experience info and partners and hotels. And of course, you're gonna see email address and join and stuff. So there you go, right there. Um, all right. All right, so let me see if I've forgotten anything else. Um okay, so let me see. All right. No, not this one. Okay, not this one. Things to do NYC. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hold on 1 second here, man. Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, wait. So, okay. Um, all right. So, wait a minute here. No. This is something else. So I'm gonna save this. I'll save this. Okay, the eye popping disco skating rink. Okay, here we go. So The wheeled variant of Boogie Fever is still going around. Yet another roller skating rink is coming to NYC. On the heels of JFK Airport's TWA Hotel reopening its Royal Arama venue and Rockefeller Center swapping its blades for wheels at the new Flippers Roller Boogie Palace. Sales have launched for Central Park's new disc Oasis with general admissions tickets ranging from $16 to $65. The immersive musical and theatrical roller disco experience will open um, on June 16th at the park's Wallman Rink, where it will remain through October the 1st of this year, according to a press release. Created by experience-based production studio Constellation, immersed in partnership with Los Angeles Media Fund and events promoter Live Nation, the borough's newest wheel um, dance venue will offer not just a place to skate, but also theatrical performances as well as live DJs, artists, and special guests. Hitmaker Nile Rodgers, the Grammy Award winning rock and roll of fame inductee who co founded Frunk group Cheek of Left Rack fame, will serve as the Disc Oasis official groove master. I guess somebody has said now is a roller skater, and the producers called me up right away. I said, "Oh man, I love to program the music." Rogers 69 told Gothamist. I try and explain it to people. Like even when I skate now, and most of the time now I skate alone, but you feel so free. It's almost like people who parachute jump or something. You feel like you are flying. Um, the Wolfman Rink Oasis with an Oasis will also feature a glittering roller rink Fantasia as its centerpiece, designed by the Tony Award nominated David Corrins, and lighting designed by the award winning David Weiner. Oh shit. According to the release, there will be food and beverage service, although a menu has yet to be released. While this will be the Disc Oasis Virgin Run in New York, it previously enjoyed a sold out 2021 run at Los Angeles Botanical Garden. Hmm. Yeah. What else? What else can we talk about here? If there's anything I missed, hold on. If there's anything I missed with the hold on a minute here. If there's anything I missed in regards to, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Wait. Um, hang on. Whatever places I don't get to, I will try to actually do that on Saturday. I with the other dates, so I'm not gonna get to all the dates, but I just wanted to get to the main ones that's happening this weekend. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Before I get to the hang on a minute here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the of course there's this hang on a second, folks. I got y'all. Hold on. Hang on a second. Hold on a minute here. Now, before I even go to the 7 things to do in NYC for June 10th and 12th, I want to make sure I get to cover. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hold on. I got y'all. I want to get to the other major important um the major important stuff that's happening this weekend. Um, shit. Um, there's the um. Hang on a second here. Music and entertainment. There's wait a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Um, yes, here it is. Here it is. For all you Latinos out there, especially Puerto Ricans, man. Of course, if you're looking for something fun to do, I got y'all, man. Hold on. So, okay, so there's a Puerto Rican Day parade going on coming up this weekend on Sunday. So, what you want to do, if I'm not mistaken, hang on a second. This is the 65th annual Puerto Rican Day parade. Of course, National Puerto Rican Day Parade Board of Directors announces plans for a big comeback to Fifth Avenue. Um, so the 2022 parade will be dedicated to the municipality of Sidra and the Puerto Rican community of the Greater Philadelphia area. Groups interested in participating in parade and 152nd Street Cultural Festival can apply online at nprdpinc.org. May 10th, 2012, New York City on Sunday, June 12th, the NPRD which is the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, will celebrate the 65 years of showcasing the best of Puerto Rican culture, achievement, and legacy with music, dance, and colorful displays of colorful pride before an estimated 1.5 spectators. After a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19, the National Puerto Rican Day Parade Board of Directors announces details for its big return to New York City's Fifth Avenue. The um, NPRDP serves to unite approximately 8 million Puerto Ricans living across the 50 states and Puerto Rico in cultural pride and tradition. This is a milestone year for the parade, and our return to Fifth Avenue is yet another sign that NYC and the Puerto Rican community are strong, resilient, and as vibrant as ever, said NPRDP Board Chair Louis Maldonado. Maldonado. The NPRDP Board of Directors invites all Boricuas in the New York City area, Puerto Rico, and across the Patria Extendida diaspora to join us on June 12th to exclaim "Wepa" and sing Cubanita Bandera, just as we have for the last 64 years. Over the past 2 years, the NPRD Board of Directors continued the annual tradition by pivoting to small processions on Fifth Avenue and 2-hour TV specials airing on ABC 7 in New York City and Telecinco in Puerto Rico, which helped the Puerto Rican community celebrate virtually. Groups interested in participating in the parade, the 22, excuse me, the 2022 parade should visit the floats and contingents page on the parade's website, nprdpinc.org. minc.org/floats for additional details and instructions for completing an online application. All content all contingents and floats must have cultural elements as part of their presentation. The 2022 parade will be dedicated to the municipality of Sidra, Puerto Rico, known as the Pueblo de la Eterna Primavera, the town of Eternal Spring. Sidra is located in the central mountainous region of the island and is home to approximately 40,000 Sidrenos. The honors stateside community will be the Greater Philadelphia Arena, which is home to more than 250,000 Puerto Ricans living in communities across Philadelphia, Berks, and Lancaster communities in Pennsylvania, as well as Camden, Atlantic, and Cumberland counties in New Jersey and Wilmington, Delaware. Other themes, tributes, and individual honorees for the 2022 celebration will be announced over the coming weeks. The NPRDP Board of Directors thanks for following sponsors and media partners for their support in making the 65th annual celebration possible. Manhattan Beer Distributors, the Walt Disney Company, and ABC 7 New York, which is the channel I have on TV, which most people have on TV, so you can't miss that. Verizon Wireless, SEIU 1199, the Miranda Family Foundation, the Mets Foundation, the Coca-Cola Company, Akasha Network, the City University of New York, HBO Max, PepsiCo, Popular Bank, Pfizer, Liberty Coca-Cola. I didn't know there was a Liberty Coca-Cola, but that's interesting. Y'all can look that up. NBC4 and Telemundo, New York, Univision, DoorDash, Monty 4, Rainbow Apparel, and Metro Plus Health. 152nd Street Festival, kicking off the 2022 celebration, will be the NPRD P's 152nd Street Cultural Festival on May 28th. Well, May 28th already passed. On 152nd Street between Jackson and Tenton Avenues in the Bronx. The festival is a family-friendly event, makes the celebration more accessible to local communities by showcasing artisans, cultural activities, food, music, entertainment for adults and children. Applications for the 152nd Street Cultural Festival are being accepted for artisans, community groups, vendors, and sponsors wanting to participate. Additional events details and instructions for completing an online vendor application can be found at NPRD pinc.org/152nd Street Festival and all that stuff. So also there's more stuff actually there's more stuff that I need to cover. Okay, gala fundraiser to benefit NPRD scholarship program on Saturday, June 11th. The NPRD P will host a gala fundraiser at the Central Park Zoo to support the NPRD P scholarship program. Since 2014, the NPRD P has awarded over 1.2 million to Puerto Rican students going to college. The gala fundraiser convenes honorees, community leaders, elected officials, and corporate sponsors to celebrate community no excuse me to celebrate Puerto Rican achievement while supporting students in pursuit of higher education. For tickets, visit nprd inc.org/gala. Proceeds from the gala ticket sales will benefit the NPRD P scholarship program. In addition to the gala, NPRDP is utilizing technology to raise funds for its scholarship program through a collaboration with um, Marseille, one of the first independent digital marketplaces for crypto collectibles. Not sure. I'm not understanding the crypto shit. And non fungible tokens. That's another shit that I can't really understand. I don't understand that shit anyway. So anyway, Mouse has selected a National Puerto Rican Day Parade Scholarship Fund as its first philanthropic investment. And June 12th, the day of the parade, um, June 12th parade and TV broadcast. The 65th National Puerto Rican Day Parade will take place on New York City's Fifth Avenue from 43rd Street to 79th Street Sunday, June 12th, beginning at 11 a.m. The celebration will be broadcast live on WABC TV Channel 7 starting at noon EDT to everybody that's in the tri state area. So that's for everybody in the tri state area. So there you go. The parade will also be broadcast on the ABC affiliated stations in Puerto Rico, Telecinco, which is Channel 5, and streamed on the station's website and ABC7 on NewYork.com, NY.com. That's what New York is. That's what the acronym stands for. Um, and on the station's free news and connected TV apps on Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku. For more information about the parade and the NPRDP scholarship program, visit www.nprdpinc.org. All right. As for the people in New York, man, I ain't forget about y'all, man. Um, yeah, yeah, maybe I should actually do the same for people that's living in California that's looking for something fun to do. I'll probably have to look into that. I don't know. I'll look into that sometime this weekend. So who knows? Anyway, man. So 7 things to do in NYC for June 10th to the 12th. Here we go. Friday, June 10th. Movies Under the Stars, Spider-Man No Way Home. Grab a blanket and head to the park for a screening of the hit new film Spider-Man No Way Home on Wednesday night. Of course, guests are encouraged to bring snacks and drinks, but anything alcoholic or in a glass bottles are not allowed. It's free to attend, and the movie starts at dusk, which is 8:30 p.m. for free. Hold on a second. Main Pool, McCarran Park, located at 776 Lorimer Street, Brooklyn, New York. Recovery at the Club. For those looking for a fun sober night, there's Recovery at the Club, sponsored by Recovery Centers of America at Raritan Bay. Those in recovery from alcohol or substance use can have fun, dance with friends, and listen to music in a substance-free environment. Must be 18 and up to attend, and masks are required. The entry is $15 cash at the door. It starts from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Overspray is located at 12th Street. No, excuse me. Is located. Overspray is located at 12 Broad Street in Staten Island. Saturday, June 11th, for the Birds opening celebration. The Saturday Brooklyn Botanic Garden is opening its latest exhibition for the Birds to the public, presented in partnership with acclaimed music supervisor Randall Polster. This garden wide exhibit is inspired by the garden's resident birds and posters album for the Bird Song Project. During the opening event, guests can meet the artist and get up close with birds of prey. The opening event is free with the cost of admission to the garden. Located at 990 Washington Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, up next is Summer Saturdays. Hold on. Yes, Summer Saturdays. Starting this Saturday, Summer Saturdays will bring live music and dancing to Lexington Avenue. Those who swing by can enjoy family friendly activities, including water sprinkles, games, raffles, prizes, story time, and the opportunity to try various specialty dishes from the 100 Restaurant Row. Plus, there will be a live samba band to accompany dance and capoeira capoeira demonstrations. It starts from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Lexington, located at Lexington Avenue between 100 and 102nd Streets, East Harlem. Mastercard next, Mastercard New York Mini 10K. This Saturday, Mastercard is hosting its 50th annual Women Only Mini 10K with the New York Roadrunners. Take a scenic run through Central Park in a race that empowers women of all ages and fitness levels to come together. The race kicks off at 8 a.m. and you can register on the New York Roadrunners website. And it takes place at Central Park. And of course, Sunday, June 12th, Iconic Views of Central Park tour. What better way to spend your Sunday, than a stroll through Central Park? Central Park conservancy guides will lead the way as you explore some of Central Park's most iconic locations, including Bow Bridge, Cherry Hill, the lake, and more. It's 25 hours to join the tour. It starts at 11 a.m. You can meet at Columbus Circle Information Kiosk, which is at Central Park. Wepa Day on the same day as the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Bronx Brewery is hosting a day that celebrates Puerto Rican culture, hosted by DJ Holiday and Dirk Rogers. Swing by and enjoy special performances by DJ um, Francois 3, Sagami, and Dos Flacos, while Epinology serves up Puerto Rican delicacies. It starts from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., located at 856 East 136th Street in the Bronx, New York, for free. There you go, right there, folks. There you go, right there, man. Um, okay, man. That's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it for episode 154, titled Pricey Kicks. You like what you heard in today's episode, please feel free to show some love by not only making a charitable donation to the Cashapp, which is $ G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, and also be sure to actually, you know, spread the word about this show right here. And once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing the best you can. And whatever amount you can provide will be appreciated. And I am going to actually go to the main segment. Hold on a second. If I could actually get to um if I could get to the other. All right, so stream choices on the go, man. This is where I actually fill you in on where you can actually listen to the episode. So here we go. Listen, man, make sure you follow this show right here, Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And alongside with my other shows, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the review show, and also Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show as well. Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the sports edition show as well. So and of course you can follow your homie right here, your fellow Queens New Yorker right here, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. You have any questions, you have any topic ideas or whatever, you can DM it to me. You can also leave a voice message on the podcast page of the podcast in the link in bio where it says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. Of course, you're going to see the name of the show on there. You click on there, and it's going to be anchor.fm/G Money Stacks. You're going to see the word message on there. You're going to you're going to record your voice message on there, and I'll actually go over your thoughts and stuff. So tell me what you think about the topics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. So I want you to actually, make sure you catch up on all the episodes on every streaming platform whatsoever. Make sure you subscribe to every streaming platform that I'm about to tell you right about now. So there you go, right there. So like I said, Anchor, you can leave a voice message on there. You make sure you subscribe to all the audio streaming platforms that I'm about to tell you right now, which I already mentioned Anchor already. You can also listen on Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. And you can also listen to the New York podcast episodes on Radio Public, iHeartRadio. You can make sure you follow the show Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, where you can listen to all the episodes on there, and you can also follow my other shows on there, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and the Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show is also on iHeartRadio as well. So make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. And lastly, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button. Tap that noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, and of course the time that it's going to start recording. And leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that's being discussed, more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. And make sure you download these episodes. Make sure you listen, stream, share the videos, share the episodes. Make sure you watch the episodes. Tell a friend to another friend. And of course, make sure you share the podcast with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, and your friends. So you can find something to relieve you from a stressful days at work, whether it's schoolwork, homework, overloads of homework, and all that other stuff right there. So you know what I'm saying. Anyway, man, I want to say something actually. I know for the past couple months and for the past couple of days, there's been some incidents of slashings and stabbings, not only in broad daylight but also at night. And with all the craziness is going on in the subway trains and the buses and stuff like that, it's not as safe as it used to be anymore. But if you plan on going to all these events that I just mentioned just now for this weekend, especially if you, especially if you, even if it's not in New York, like Hot 97, Summer Jam, for example, for example, it's it's um it's I think it's in New Jersey. I'm not too sure, man, but I would have to look it up though, to let you know. Um I'll let you know if it's in New Jersey to be exact. So you know what I mean. If you plan on going to any places that I just mentioned, that's going on this weekend, which is the Puerto Rican Day Parade, the Mermaid Parade, um, all these other all these other places, um, including the disc Oasis, roller skating rink, and on other places. Please be careful out there, man, and and make sure you don't end up being the next individual to be slashed and stabbed or whatever. So please take your friends and family with you to these events though, man, because you don't want to have one of those years where you end up being scared of everything. So please be careful out there, all right? So there you go right there, man. I want y'all to be safe out there. Make sure you have your friends, your cousins, your boyfriends, your wives, your husbands, to these events that I just mentioned just now. So I hope you enjoy yourself this weekend. So you know what I mean. Have fun. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to me on episode 154. See you guys in the next episode. Peace and well love. Have yourself a good night and have fun on this weekend. Be careful, stay safe out there, man. Good night, folks.